Hello everyone, my name is Shaelene and this is going to be an introduction video. So I am new to BookTube, so I thought that making this video would be kind of like a good introduction and, you know, like a hi, hello. And I guess this would be good if you want to learn a little bit more about me, who I am, where I'm from, and what kind of books I like. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. First off, my name is Shaelene or aGirlWithBookss on this channel. My Instagram is also aGirlWithBookss, Twitter, and my Goodreads. But I also do have another YouTube channel called aGirlWithLime. I'll talk about that in a minute. I also have another Instagram account that's aGirlWithLime, same as Twitter, and I have another Instagram account for my cats, which is A Cat's Life for Me. Go follow them, they're adorable. I am also 23 and I am from Nova Scotia, Canada. So another big part of my life is illness. I have various chronic illnesses, the biggest one being Lyme disease. I have been sick with Lyme disease for 10 years now. I got sick when I was 13. It has left me disabled, and my doctor has it down that I'm basically permanently disabled. There's quite a big chance that I won't actually get better. There's only room, I guess, for improvement, or the other, which is just getting worse. Basically, with Lyme disease, I experience a lot of various symptoms in my day-to-day life. I experience a lot of chronic pain throughout my entire body. I get migraines constantly. I have a lot of digestive issues. I have like no energy. So yeah, I basically have an invisible illness, which basically means that you can't see that I have a chronic illness or that I'm disabled. So you see me sitting here with a full face of makeup. I got jewelry on, I got nice clothes on. I look like any other normal 23-year-old, but unfortunately, I'm not a healthy 23-year-old. So yeah, if you do want to learn more about my illness and, you know, go in depth about it, you can head on over to my YouTube channel, aGirlWithLime. I have made quite a lot of videos detailing my journey, not only with Lyme disease, but chronic pain, chronic fatigue. So yeah, a few other my other diagnoses are fibromyalgia. I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, or myalgic encephalomyelitis. I also have recently been diagnosed with endometriosis as well. So yeah, I got a laundry list of illnesses, which is very frustrating. I've been sick for 10 years. I live at home. I haven't been able to work. I haven't been able to go back to school. I haven't even finished high school. So I want to talk a bit about why I started this here BookTube channel. So basically, I've always been an avid reader. I have always read a lot of books as a kid. But when I got sick is when like I really started to struggle to read. So probably for the past 10 years of my life, I've been reading just on and off, very sporadically, very lightly. For years I wouldn't even pick up a book, or wasn't able to pick up a book, because I do have a lot of what's called brain fog, and I do have a lot of cognitive impairments because of the Lyme disease. I have a lot of trouble remembering information. I have a lot of trouble kind of repeating that information because I can't really remember a whole lot of things. Like, I will read an entire book and it's very difficult for me to remember what really went on in the books. I always forget character names. Basically, this past year I have started to read more, and I have done so while pushing through my chronic migraines and also while I've had brain fog, which typically isn't something that I would do or have been able to do. So yeah, I've kind of been pushing myself to do that, to read more, while if I feel bad or even if I feel okay, because I feel like I need to kind of push my brain to kind of do something productive, because I just feel like it's turning to sludge. And yeah, I've always had a passion for reading. I always loved to read. Yeah, so basically in a nutshell, the reason why I started this channel is because I'm reading more. I want to do book reviews, TBRs, hauls, that kind of stuff. With my other YouTube channel, I worked at it. I mean, I've had it for almost 3 years now, maybe 4. I actually can't even remember. But yeah, basically on that channel, all I do is talk about my illness and stuff relating to my illness and disability and whatnot. So kind of, I just want a separate channel from that to talk about books. I want a hobby in my life that isn't focused on my illness. So yeah, I already have experience with doing YouTube and making videos and uploading videos and all that kind of stuff, so I figured I could spare the time to make BookTube videos. But I will say that I don't know how frequent these videos are going to be, because a lot of the filming and reading does depend on my health. So I'm going to talk about some book genres now that I like. So my favorite book genres would have to be murder mysteries and thrillers. I love murder mysteries and thrillers. I just can't get enough. I love fast-paced books and books with a lot of twists and turns, and you know, the scandal and the murder, and I love that stuff. I also do like historical fiction. I love historical fiction that, well, pretty much any historical fiction really, but I really love historical fiction that is like set in ancient times, but I also love historical fiction that's like set in World War I, II. So yeah, I'll pretty much read historical fiction from any period if I'm interested in it. I also love reading classics. I haven't read a whole lot of classics, but so far the ones that I've read I ended up really liking. Especially Anne of Green Gables. That's like my favorite book series ever. I love Anne of Green Gables. I also read a lot of non-fiction, especially relating to history, more specifically Egyptology. I have so many books on Egyptology. I just really love history. It's like one of my favorite things to read about. So yeah, I have a lot of Egyptology books. I also have a lot of books that's pertaining to science. I have a lot of health books as well. I will read fiction and like literary fiction. It's a wide genre, but I have found some books from that genre that I really like. I will occasionally read YA if it's like a murder mystery, or like a thriller or historical fiction. So yeah, if the YA is like in any of those, I'll pretty much read it. I also do like dystopians, which tend to be more along the YA. So I have read a few dystopians that I quite like. Fantasy. I am not a huge fan of fantasy. And I know that fantasy and sci-fi is such a huge genre here on BookTube. Like, everybody's reading fantasy books and magic books. I'm just not into fantasy that much, or magic. I will say the only fantasy books that I will read about is books that have mermaids or sirens in them. That's it. I really love mermaids and sirens, but like once we get to like fairies and elves and witches and like, I just don't really like that stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think that pretty much covers all the genres that I like, which is the genres that you'll probably be seeing most of. So if you're watching this video and you are in the BookTube community, I would love if you could recommend videos for me to film down below. I do have quite a few videos that I do plan to make and film, but I would like to see what you guys would like to see as well. So I already touched on all the social medias. I will have links listed in the description below where you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads for my book stuff, but I will also put in a link tree that will take you to all of my health and illness related stuff so that you can check me out there if you're curious. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!